What are you gonna bring to Friendsgiving?
Oh, is it a potluck kind of thing?
That's what Friendsgiving is.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what Thanksgiving is.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, well, what would you like? I could do some yogurt, grape nuts, and bananas.
Do we want to make mashed potatoes?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so this is the mashed potato episode of the Thanksgiving series of Hit the Kitch, and
We're mashing, baby.
we are mashing, and not only are we mashing,
We're matching.
We're matching and we're matching, and we're gonna make something that I call cloud potatoes.
Ooh.
Because they're light as clouds. Here's the thing.
What is it?
I don't love a mashed potato 364 days of the year. On Thanksgiving, I appreciate a mashed potato. On
But you
any
want
other
them
day of the year,
cloud.
I want like a crispy potato. I want a French fry. I want literally anything
Smashed.
else. A smash and crispy, whatever. I want some texture.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they have a place on the Thanksgiving plate, obviously. My problem with them is that they're always like stodgy and there's like never enough levity and lightness in them. They feel very heavy to me. They feel like a gut bomb. And so ironically, what we're gonna do is add a special ingredient later at the end that is quite fatty, but is going to give them this like ethereal cloud-like texture.
That brings me to my next question. When do you draw the line of like, this is not healthy versus this will taste good?
On Thanksgiving,
Never.
it's pretty far out. So yeah, so we're gonna make sour cream and onion
Yeah.
cloud potatoes.
Is that the secret ingredient? Sour cream and onion?
No.
Oh.
What's
Lard?
fatty? What is fatty and will give them a light texture?
Fatty and light. Olive oil?
No.
Whipped cream.
Yes, whipped
Whipped
cream.
Whoa. Good one, man.
So we're gonna fold whipped cream into them, and it's like this lovely like baked potato casserole.
Let's go.
Okay, so for this recipe, 4 pounds of potatoes, so it's like 1.5 bags-ish.
Okay.
Oh, these are all different sizes. How annoying is that?
It's not that annoying. That's
It's pretty
natural.
annoying for me because
Well,
they don't cook at the same time then. So pick out the biggest ones or the smallest ones or whatever.
Should we look at them in a big bowl and see which ones
Yeah.
are...
Yeah, let's decide which we have more of. Here, grab that one.
That's a perfect one.
Okay, so you're gonna
So
You're
I
gonna
feel like
sort.
we're gonna get rid of the big and this tiny.
I'm gonna go all mediums.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this recipe, you need 4 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes. Yukon Golds are more buttery and more conducive to like a light, fluffy mashed potato than a russet, which is starchier and stodgier. 1 bunch of scallions, 2 bunches of chives, sour cream, whole milk, and heavy cream. And butter. So we always start potatoes in cold water. Oh, we need to season the potatoes, so
Okay.
it looks like a lot of salt. It's not. Okay, so we're gonna bring these to a boil and cook them until they're tender.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're gonna make our buttermilk mixture, which normally would have a few heads of garlic steeping in it.
But we don't
Let's
need those.
do shallots instead.
Great.
Just
Done.
cut them in half. You can even leave the skins on because they're gonna get strained out. So we're gonna basically steep some whole milk with shallots and butter, and we're gonna season it with salt and pepper and just let it sort of like infuse on the back, and then that's gonna get mashed into our mashed potatoes. Let's do 4 cups of milk. We're gonna eyeball it. Okay, so shallots can go in,
Shallots.
and then I'm gonna do like 5 or 6 tablespoons of butter. And then you can put a big pinch of salt. Oh, we're out of salt again.
Okay.
Okay, so there are 4 types of dairy in these mashed potatoes, which is a lot of dairy, but it's Thanksgiving.
But it all comes from...
A cow.
Yeah.
And so that makes it
The same.
the same as if it didn't.
4 types of preparation of the cow's
Cream.
cream.
So we've got butter, shallots, milk. We're going to heat that, bring it up to a boil, cover it, and just let it sit and infuse while the potatoes cook. Okay, in the meantime, we can do some
Preps.
preps. So
Okay.
do you want to do chives or scallions?
Whatever you prefer me doing.
I think you should do the chives.
How tiny?
Buttloads of scallions and chives right now.
How small am I going?
You know what?
Paper thin.
No, you don't have to. You do whatever you want.
Well, usually with chives, it's like little, very tiny.
Like that size?
Okay.
That's sometimes cute.
Okay.
But I don't know if you were feeling the thin ones.
It's already, the standard's been set, so we're going. We're going
No,
with that.
you can go, you can cut right over these. Here, I can line them back up for you.
I don't need to line them up. So I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, great. I don't know, I've lately been over the thinly sliced chive.
Okay.
It just hasn't been speaking to me. I think those guys are kind of cute.
More natural.
Okay, and then these ones can go thinner because they're kind of more intense. Okay, you want to throw your chives in here because they're all going to go to the same place.
Okay.
And then the other thing that I'm going to do, and so the original recipe that I developed for this was just had sour cream and chives and all the dairies that we already talked about. And then the other day I made a version of it with grated cheddar cheese folded into the whipped cream.
This is that health line that just doesn't exist.
No, that we have far surpassed.
Okay.
And it was so yummy. So I think that we should grate some cheese.
I'd love to.
Here you go. Some extra, nice one. So we have the milk and butter and shallots that just came up to a simmer. And now I'm just gonna put a lid on it and turn it off and let that steep. Like it can steep for an hour or so while these potatoes
Boil.
boil.
How long are we boiling the potatoes for?
Just till they're tender, probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, once they come up.
Okay.
But it's gonna take them a while to come up.
And this is the #1 trick for home cooks, is to create the mise
The mise en
place ahead of time,
Yeah.
because it means you're not struggling to.
Like, see, this is so unstressful. We have Thanksgiving dinner later today, and we're not stressed at all. I just tested one of our potatoes.
Perfect.
They are perfect. Taste how delicious that potato is.
So good.
Right?
Oh my God. I know you're gonna leave the skin on in the mash?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
We're gonna take it off. Isn't that a delicious potato?
I like the skin.
This is just as much your video as it is mine. He wants the skins on, we're going skins on. Give it a little poke.
Oh, poke. Okay, here's the poke, and we're just testing, and there's 2 ways to do it. You can dive it down to the bottom like this and poke it, and it goes in very easy, or you can just go like
I
that.
feel like you got this.
Should I do the rest?
Yeah, I mean,
And we're gonna get rid of the water. But are we gonna save any of it?
no. The questions start coming.
Do you have a colander?
I use this.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, my apron.
This is potatoes mashed with the skin on.
So
I'm
if
going.
you wanted to, you could rice these. You could put through a ricer or a food mill for like really, sort of uniform potatoes. But Tobe wants to leave the skins in, so we're gonna leave the skins in. I'm going to help you before you get too far along by adding some of the hot milk and butter
Great.
because it will.
You don't want it to dry out.
Yeah, and you don't want them to get gluey.
Gluey.
And they can get a little gluey when you are just like working them that way. So I'm gonna strain.
So this is precise?
This is imprecise
Okay.
because we're gonna see every potato is gonna soak up a different amount of liquid, and so we're gonna play this by ear here. I'm gonna season a little bit.
Whoa.
No, that's the right amount.
Okay. I just don't
Okay.
trust myself, but I trust you. See the skins? These bring me joy.
You like those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're fun. They're rustic.
Rustic cooking is my favorite type.
Yeah.
What's your thing? Like Francis Mallman has he burns everything.
Yeah.
What's your thing?
I think herbs are my thing and acid is my thing.
Okay.
Not so much in this meal. This is the least herby, acidic meal I've ever made. But these are Thanksgiving classics, and
We can
sometimes
have
you
a
need a
little
break
bit
from
more
it all.
milk.
But did you see how much acid I put in my turkey?
There was a lot of acid in there.
And we're gonna put herbs in the stuffing, so. Okay, let's see. I would add,
A little more milk?
first let's add the sour cream. Okay, let's try that. Add a little more. Half a cup of sour cream.
Gonna be in
This is gonna be killer.
You're doing the little topping thing.
We're
right?
gonna do the souffle topping on this. So I'm gonna put most of this in here. Mash it around. So now we've got our sour cream, our butter and milk mixture, our potatoes,
Wow, this
all
is
of our scallions,
this is amazing.
and chives. Let's do some black pepper.
I feel like I'm gonna do this exact recipe.
When you come to Friendsgiving, just wait
Well,
till
no,
you
I'm
see
not
what-
gonna bring mashed potatoes with me, but I'll.
Well, why? You're gonna learn how to do a make ahead right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's give it a taste. Here, do you want a fork?
Yes, please.
They need more salt. Can you tell?
No.
If you were to serve these right now, what you would do is follow what I'm about to do. Whip the cream, 1 cup of cream, whip it to like medium stiff peaks. And just before you serve, you would fold the whipped cream into the potatoes and it will lighten it all up and you would put them on the table. If you're making them ahead and you want to stop here, transfer them to a baking dish, or you can do it in here. I'm going to transfer them to a baking dish because it will fit in the oven, in the other oven.
Thank you.
And then we're going to start whipping some cream.
Wow, this is so cool.
They're already really yummy.
They're already delicious.
We have a cup of cream here, just straight up heavy cream. I'm doing a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. And Tobias is gonna whip this to medium plus peaks. Okay, so I find the most efficient way to whip cream is to hold the bowl like this, hold the whisk like this, and go back and forth.
Okay.
It whips faster. For whatever reason, you're like incorporating more air.
Yeah.
I wish we had a bigger bowl. Use this what? Hi, Mace! Mason! We're making mashed potatoes, Mace. But look how fast you're whipping.
I can't believe it.
I think you're good. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's beautiful. We're going to add a couple of, like, this is like 4 or 5 ounces of grated cheese, grated cheddar cheese. Gentle, gentle.
I'm being as gentle.
We're folding it into the whipped cream. We're adding some more of these chives. So now we have this like whipped cream cheesy chive mixture. And then that is going to get dolloped on top. Like that. Yeah, you just do the whole thing and just kind of spread it out. It looks like, why are we just putting like this weird whipped cream mixture on top of our potatoes?
But it's gonna sink in.
But yeah, it's all gonna absorb in and they're gonna lighten up and it's gonna get a little bit brown from the cheese. Okay, and then we're going into the oven. At this point, like if you were bringing these to Thanksgiving and you were making them ahead, you would bring the whipped cream with you. You'd bring the heavy cream with you. You'd whip it right before they go in the oven. Make this little mixture, spread it on top, and then throw them in.
And the potatoes could be cold.
And the potatoes can go from cold.
Anything on top?
That's good because you don't want to deflate it.
Oh, okay.
A little black pepper on top. And then
Okay.
into the oven, 400.
Bottom shelf?
Yeah, that works.
Beautiful
Okay.
pan. I'm gonna take it out.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, hold on.
I'm just really excited for you to see in the oven.
But this is only gonna grab one side.
No, there's 2.
Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Doesn't that look insane?
This looks just like the most amazing. So that's the cheese that did that.
That's the cheese and the cream souffle on top. It's a technique that I learned from this woman, Sarah Mastracco, who developed a recipe for this, for a souffled potato.
It's perfection. This is insane.
Aren't you proud of the work we've done?
I'm so proud. I mean, I can't take any credit, but I do love the way this looks, and I'm sure I'll love the way that it tastes.
That was really sweet. I especially like the like little crispy edges.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's like a Detroit pizza.
Yes, the little caramelized edges in there.
We love to see it. Okay.
Whoa, look at the yummies.
Oh my goodness, could you imagine bringing this to a Thanksgiving feast? Oh my goodness.
Oh, what a bummer. Oh, still empty. This feels like a spoon moment to me. Careful, it's really hot.
Power through. Mmm.
Mmm.
My God. It's an 8 out of 8.
Why are we on a scale of 8?
Scale for 10.
Scale out of 10? At least a 10.
If it's an 8 out of 8, it has to be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's so good.
But they're light, right?
So light.
They're not like heavy and like stodgy. And that's how you make cloud potatoes. That's how you make sour cream and onion cloud potatoes. Bring this to my Thanksgiving,
Okay.
to Friendsgiving, because now you know how to make it.
Uh-huh.
If it ain't salty, it ain't molly. I love the skins.
Me too.
This is a huge revelation for me.
What?
Yeah. Normally I take them off. Like
That's
they're
the-
giving so much texture to this.
The biggest compliment.